Hello everyone, welcome to the Psalms Summer Devotions. We are going to have such a great time looking together at the Psalms. We're going to be doing the same thing as the adults. That's really exciting because that means you're all going to be learning about the same things together. So we're going to be following the adults as they look at some of the Psalms. The Psalms, now, they are a collection of songs that God gives us to help us to love Him and follow Jesus. Let me say that again. Psalms are songs given to us by God to help us love Him and follow Jesus. Now, there's actually 150 Psalms. 150 Psalms. Imagine if we spent every week doing one psalm at a time. That would take 3 years. But we're just going to look at 4 over this summer. 4 psalms, and they're all amazing, amazing psalms. They're so great. And we're going to start in Psalm 45. So we're going to start there. But before I go any further, I'm going to need a change of clothes. Look at this. I'm looking very smart, aren't I? Now, why might I dress so smart like this? What do you think? Would it be to go to the theatre? Probably not. Would it be to go on a date? No. Why would I dress like this? It'd be for a wedding. I dress this smart for a wedding. Have you ever been to a wedding? They're so much fun. You get to see loads of your friends and you get to see 2 wonderful people get married. In fact, I've had my sister and 3 cousins get married this summer, and 1 more cousin's going to get married. Isn't that amazing? That's so many. And actually it's been a bit sad this year because, well, we haven't been able to go to all the weddings that we wanted to because of the lockdown. So we've had to watch them all on Zoom or on YouTube or something. But weddings are brilliant, aren't they? But another question for you. Who is the most beautiful person at a wedding? Is it the groom? The guy who's getting married, looking very smart? Is it me? Am I the most beautiful person at a wedding? No, don't be silly. Of course, it's the bride. The bride is the most beautiful person at a wedding. Of course she is. She comes in her amazing dress with her hair done all nicely, her makeup and everything, and she looks incredible. She's the most beautiful person at the wedding. Now, this psalm is all about a wedding. It's written by someone who's writing about a wedding. But actually, it's a bit strange because the most beautiful person, the person who this writer is looking at, the focus is all on the groom, the guy getting married, who's a king. Now, he says some amazing things about this king. He says some of these things. Listen to this. Listen to what he says about the king in this psalm. Remember, psalms are songs, poems given to us by God to help us love Him and follow Jesus. Remember that. Keep that in your brain, okay? Anyway, he says this about the king in the wedding. The king is the most excellent of men, the mighty one, who puts on glory and majesty as if they were his clothes. It says, in your majesty ride out with power. It says, let your right hand do wonderful things. This is about the king, the groom. It says, your throne is the very throne of God. Your kingdom will last forever and ever. You will rule by treating everyone fairly. You love what is right and hate what is evil. That's incredible. Isn't that incredible? He says amazing things about this king. So, the real question is, who is the psalm about? Who is it writing about? Well, there's only one answer. There can only be one answer. Who is he talking about? Who do you think? Jesus. Of course it's Jesus. He's the only person this can be talking about. The only one who has the throne of God, who has a kingdom that will last forever. That has to be Jesus. Isn't he incredible? Jesus is being described here in Psalm 45. The wonderful groom, the king, whose kingdom reigns forever. Isn't Jesus amazing? And because of how amazing he is, this is what the person says in the psalm. He says this: I will make sure that people will always remember you. The nations will praise you forever and ever. He wants everyone to know about this king because he knows how amazing he is. He knows how amazing Jesus is. So he wants to make sure that everyone remembers Jesus. And we should be doing that too, because Jesus is amazing. Jesus is this glorious, eternal King who is amazing. Right, enough of these wedding clothes. So I wonder if you could write a poem like this. Could you say anything like this about Jesus? This whole psalm is about Jesus and how amazing he is. Do you know how amazing he is? If you did know that, then wouldn't it be great to be like the writer who says, I will make sure that people everywhere always remember you. You would tell everyone about Jesus and how amazing he really is. Do you think Jesus is amazing?